5 o'clock, afternoon extravaganza on your radio. And today we're going to rock the mic in a different kind of way. Because we've got live in studio, Miss Sevyn Streeter in the building.
What up, Booski?
What's going on?
Nothing much. How you?
Good. I'm going to go ahead and let everybody know I was chopping it up with you a little bit just now because my brother and his wife, they won tickets to the Grammys.
Yes.
And they got to spend I think 3 or 4 days out there. And every time I asked them about, how was the Grammys, how was the show, all they kept saying is, yo, we hung out with Sevyn Streeter, and Sevyn Streeter was this, and Sevyn Streeter is so cool. And Rob, I bet you ain't never met Sevyn Streeter. No, I haven't.
I mean, man, look, I'm sorry that you had to miss the party, but we had a really great time. We went, we had dinner at Katana, and we ordered everything we could possibly order, and had drink. It was great. We had a really great time. You missed out.
Well, apparently I did miss out.
You kind of missed out.
A lot.
Next time. We got you next time.
There it is. Well, it's definitely a pleasure to have you in the building today.
Thank you.
A lot of things we can talk about because I just started doing some research and everything. Let me first say this. When we first started playing the single, I Like It. Everybody loves the song.
Thank you.
Say that right on top.
Thank you.
It was one of those songs that when I heard it, you know what I'm saying, and not having heard your name before, it kind of intrigued me, and I'm like, okay, I like this song. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
It wasn't just catchy, but it had a nice little, nice little vibe to it, nice little mood to it. I said, okay, let me find out who this person is. And I want you to tell the people because you're not new to the game.
I've been working for a little minute.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not new to the game at all. Because I'm looking at it as, you know what I'm saying, new artist. Let me find out about this new artist. But you're not new to the game. So why don't you tell people real quick how you got into the business.
Okay.
All the things that you've done in the business because, like I said, you've kind of been around for a minute.
Yeah. Well, it's been quite a journey. Right now, I'm signed to CBE/Atlantic, which is Chris Brown Entertainment/Atlantic Records. Man, it's been a little journey. I'm a singer, I'm a songwriter, I'm a dancer. On the songwriting tip, aside from being signed to Chris Brown, I've been one of his writing partners for the last 3.5 years. So my very first placement with him was The Year 3 Times. I wrote that. I wrote Wet the Bed with him. I wrote Strip with him. I wrote a record called Next to You. That was him featuring Justin Bieber. So I just been doing a lot of writing. I'm featured on his song called She Ain't You, the Michael Jackson remake, SWV remake record. I'm featured on that and in the video for that. I wrote about 6 or 7 songs on Fame, about 6 or 7 songs on Fortune. We have 2 duets on Fortune, one called Touch Me, the other called Cadillac. So just been doing a lot of writing, and that led open doors, thank God, for me to be able to write for other artists. So on Alicia Keys, her album that's out now, I wrote New Day with her. For Brandy has an album out right now, and on the song that Chris and I wrote is called Slower. Kelly Rowland had a single called Keep It Between Us. I wrote that. Mary J. Blige had a single called Miss Me with that. Got to write for Mary.
Are y'all keeping up? Make sure y'all keep it up.
I've been doing a lot of writing, so I got some songs coming out on Fantasia, on Kelly Rowland. Just a lot of writing. It's been a blessing, and just writing with Chris turned into me becoming his artist, and so now I'm his artist, and I'm signed to him/Atlantic Records. So
okay,
that's my story in a nutshell.
Wow.
In a nutshell.
Now, let me ask you this. You're originally from Atlanta, right? Is that correct?
No.
No?
I am from Haines City, Florida.
Whoa. Okay.
Yes.
Live in Atlanta now?
No. I live in California.
Wow. So,
yeah.
See, that's why I said you never go off of that stuff you read everywhere.
All good.
Right.
It's all good. I've lived in Atlanta before. I've definitely lived there before. Oh, y'all have to know he's in here so sick.
I'm sick.
And I admire that so much that he's so sick and he came to work and he's in here working his little heart off. And he's so sick, all I want to do is give him some soup and tuck him in a bed and tell him to lay down somewhere.
Please do.
Man.
All right. But speaking of all of that, because, you just read the resume off to us, and it's impressive is an understatement.
Thank you.
At what point did you decide that you wanted to take this turn and actually start it and put yourself out there? Like, was that something that Chris came to you and said, okay, now it's time? or did you get to a point within yourself that you say, you know what, it's time for me to step out in the forefront?
Well, you know what? This chapter in my life is definitely, this particular one is something that is very new to me. I've never done this before, but I was in a group before I started writing for Chris. I was in a group called Rich Girl, and I had some really amazing experiences in that group. So we toured with Beyonce and opened for her. So that was I've been an artist before, but I was in a group. So that journey from then to now, being in a group, to writing for Chris, to becoming Chris's artist and being, a solo artist, that is very different. And really, the way that came about, it came from us writing records. It came from us writing songs, and a lot of times I'm the only female in the room. So whatever we write that's a female record, I'm gonna demo that record. And we realized that we had a lot of records that I demoed that actually were starting to sound like something. And we're like, okay, maybe it's time for us to kind of explore the artist thing. So cool, you're gonna be my artist, and and we're gonna shop for you a deal. And that's how I ended up with him and Atlantic. So
okay, okay,
yeah.
So what projects, I guess I should say, are you looking to working towards right now? Being that you've done so much writing for people, are you doing all of your own writing on your own albums, or how are you planning to situate that?
You know what? I always say I am in no way interested in writing my entire album by myself. No. I love co-writes, and I love co-writes because I'm really big on my records just just being honest and truthful, and just being some real stuff. So that, I feel like that can not only, but a lot of times that happens when you have conversations with people, and that's why I like co-writes, because it's like it's really a conversation. The records come from a conversation. So I'm not interested in writing my entire album, and I haven't been. Okay. I wrote my single, I Like It. I wrote that by myself, but I'm so open to people submitting records to me. I'm open to writing with other writers. I'm not really a stickler like that. If the record is dope and the record is dope, then the record just gonna go on the album, and it's just hard.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this: since you said you wrote "I Like It," let's talk about "I Like It" a little bit, because it's taking off right now.
Thank you.
Inspiration for the song, like a lot of writers, sometimes we hear from writers and artists, it's my life, it's somebody else's life. I woke up this morning, this is how I felt. How did I Like It come about for you?
I Like It came about, honestly, like I said, I like to write about things that people really go through. I like to think that the majority of people have been in love before, and if you haven't, then this song you really need to pay attention to, because you're gonna learn that relationships and love, they are not perfect, and that's really the basis behind I Like It. You can love somebody so much, and they can really get on your last nerve sometimes, and that's really just the truth of the matter,
Yes.
When it's passionate, passion is great, but that passion can go both ways. 1 second you're all in love, the next second is like, I swear for Jesus, and I could really hurt you right now, and get out of my face. And that's really what I Like It is about. It's just some real relationship, real love stuff, like,
Okay, all right. Well, in light of that, let's take a look and listen to the single again.
Yes.
I can't speak English right now.
It's okay.
And then we'll come back and talk some more.
Oh, good.
And get into a little bit more of your career and what you got planned for the future, so forth and so on, all right?
Good.
Let's do that. We're going to check it out again, the single, I Like It. Sevyn Street in the building. We coming back, and we're going to talk to us some more. Y'all keep it locked. Kiss with a 1.7.